Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from On The Foot Market. How's everybody doing today? I know the FIFA hype is stirring up. I know we're getting excited. I'm super pumped as well, guys, to bring you guys a ton of content this year via trading, market, just everything, man. Menus, you guys know how we do it on this channel. Thank you to the people that have been coming into the channel recently. A lot of new people, which has been pretty crazy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying everything. We had a crazy video talking about the web app that went out this morning. If you have not seen that, you should go check that out. But as well as the last video I really did on this was talking about Brazil and a starter team. And you know what I said when I looked at Brazil? I said, you know what? I haven't done a video on France yet. And France, guys, has so many players that, in my opinion, are going to be used in starter teams, are going to be overpowered, and are going to rise up really nicely for you guys to not only make profit on, but to also play with some really good players. So the aim of this video today for me is to help you guys make coins by picking up players in the first week or so that are in this video, being able to use them and say, wow, you know, that card is actually really good. I've done a lot of, you know, I haven't played the game because it's obviously impossible to play the final version, but you can usually tell with a group of statistics and work rates and skill moves and weak foot how a player is going to play. So hopefully this video today can help you guys make coins and give you guys the edge on some other people in terms of French players. Now, just before we get into the video, nothing here that I'm going to say that is going to be like anything annoying for you guys. What I'm just going to tell you is that keep in mind that France won the World Cup. So that's why I like French so much. I like the French in this game. I like them as an investment because when your team wins the World Cup, you automatically have an extra hype value heading on to the next year's model of FIFA. So I want you guys to just keep that in mind, and let's get right into the video. So today's video is mostly going to be a video for you guys on players, in my opinion, that you can afford early on. Now, Matuidi's not necessarily one of those players. There's going to be one or two players in here that I cannot leave out for you dudes. You need to understand how good they are. Matuidi has 78 pace, 83 defending, 83 physical. He is going to rise up. So if you're a guy who's opening packs, right? If you're a guy who is doing something like that, then this is going to be a good investment for you. And the reason is because he's honestly, for me, looking through all the Serie A center mids, he's one of the best, and he offers a lot of things. And he's French, right? So he's going to be used in a lot of France teams, and he's also playing for Ronaldo's team. So expect, if you're new to the channel, right, what happens is basically when everybody gets the game on the 28th, the market starts to rise, right? When it hits October, the market's going to go flying up for the first weekend league, which is, I think, in like October 7th, October 8th. Not positive. So the idea is that you guys are trading as much as you can, and then you're picking up some of these players for your teams, and also for the added value of making some coins on these players. So I'm trying to help you guys out with that. Matuidi is one that I really like. He's got great in-game statistics. He's only 2-star. However, he's got good work rates, in my opinion, for a center mid, and I think he helps with a lot of links in terms of who he's going to help out in teams and make that France side looking nice. All right, bro, so I want to talk about Tolisso. For me, Tolisso is very interesting. I feel like Tolisso is actually going to offer this year somebody that's actually going to be very usable in terms of Bundesliga hybrids and things like that. I think Tolisso this year is finally actually pretty overpowered in FIFA. Now, he had a good card last year, but he's an 83 rated this year. He's got an insane amount of 70 statistics and a lot of 80 statistics as well, which is always really good for a central midfielder. And I like this, right? 3-star is not the best, but Tolisso is a pretty good player in game, and I don't think he's going to be that much early on. I think he'll be expensive, but not that much. So I think you can expect a pretty nice rise with Tolisso. I can't say enough about how much I like this. This is potentially one of my favorite investments heading into this year's version of FIFA 19 out of any player. Kimpembe looks absolutely insane, and I think with the links that he provides, being with PSG, and being French, this card is ridiculous. Like, you're going to see this card in so many teams when the full game comes out. People are going to try to get this card because this guy is a meta center back for his value. He's a very good center back. He's got 77 pace, 82 defending with 83 physical, and that's a great value for money kind of center back at an 83 rating, right? 75 acceleration, 78 sprint speed, good agility, everything is looking good. And then you look at the work rates, and you just make sure it's not anything less than high in defensive side of things. So he's got high defensive work rates. High is not the best. However, it's still decent, right? It's not as good as medium high, but some center backs you look at with these statistics, right? And you see they look so good. And then they have high medium, and it ruins the card. So Kimpembe is going to be a very good one, in my opinion, for you guys to pick up and use in teams. I feel like Kimpembe is going to be very overpowered this year. For me, guys, Kingsley Coman is in that same boat as Tolisso and Kimpembe in terms of how much I like him, right? This dude has 5-star skills this year, and that makes or breaks cards. I'm telling you guys, in FIFA Ultimate Team, that can make or break a card in terms of, are they a good investment? Are people going to want to use them? Kingsley Coman is looking very solid for me this year. He's got amazing acceleration and amazing sprint speed. And he's not an end game player, let's be honest. His finishing is 76, his composure is 75, right? Not the worst, but also not the best. He is a perfect example of a starter player in sweat teams. People are going to want to throw this guy in there early on, get him going, right? That's what I look at in Kingsley Coman. I feel like he's a guy that 100,000% people are going to look at right away and say, wow, I want you on my team. You've got 5-star skills and you're fast as hell. So I think that's a big attraction to a lot of the people coming onto the game around that 28th period. So you're going to expect probably a lot of people to look at Kingsley Coman, and I think he's very overpowered this year. I think you have to give a mention to Rabiot, who got an insane upgrade. Like, this guy has a big-time upgrade, and he's looking very usable in FIFA now. He's got a lot of mid-70 statistics and a lot of low 80 statistics. And when you look at a card to be usable or overpowered or cheap beast in the first week or so of FIFA, this is probably what you're looking at, something like this. And I look at this saying, wow, okay, he links with Kimpembe. He's going to get a strong link to any French player in the Liga. I like this a lot. I think he's going to go up. Now, do I think this is a guy that's going to go up as much as a dude like Goretzka when we talk about buying a gold card that's going to go once to watch out of packs? No, but I feel like if you guys are wanting to make teams, Rabiot, for me, I'm going to give you guys the green light, right? 3-star, 3-star, high medium work rates is not the worst. 6'4", that's what I want you guys to notice. 6'4" in the midfield. That for me was like, wow. I was like, okay, this guy is big. All right, he's got those stats. I like it. This dude looks absolutely insane, and I think that for you guys building starter teams and to the people that are trying to make French or La Liga teams early on, I've talked about this guy extensively. I think he's going to be very overpowered, right? 82 rated, combined with the statistics of 73 pace, 83 defending, and 78 physical. This is a great center back for starter teams. No, it is not a second-month good center back, but it's a great starter center back, right? 72 sprint speed, 73 acceleration, 89 marking, just to highlight a few of the good statistics that he offers. He's got medium-high work rates, 4-star weak foot, and he's 6'1", right? Also plays for Barcelona, is French. I can't stress the amount of importance on the fact that he is French, right? That's big time, boys, for investments, because I really feel like France is going to have that added value on FIFA 19. I really feel like because they won the World Cup, there is going to be a ton of people rocking French teams. So I think Lenglet is another dude you could expect to definitely be a very good investment early on. I think, you know, Ousmane Dembele is a tough one, right? Last year, he got up all the way up to 60,000 coins from about 30 when the full game come out. So just to give you guys an idea about overpowered players, he didn't go out of packs. He didn't do any of that, right? He just naturally doubled in price. I think it's still got a similar demand. Do I think it's got the same demand? No. I think because he lost, I believe they dished him skill moves this year. Last year, he had 5-star, 5-star. He was also an 83 rated, so now he's down to an 82 rated. 89 pace, 75 shooting. It's a good card. He's playing for Barcelona. He's French. He's going to be tricky. I feel like he's going to fit the play style of how FIFA 19 plays, which is a lot of skills, a lot of wing play. I think he's going to be a very good player for FIFA 19. I can expect him to go up a lot early on. I really feel like he's going to rise up, and I think this is somebody that you definitely need to look at, guys, for your starter teams. If not for your starter teams, definitely to be investing in, guys. Filling the trade pile with a guy like Ousmane Dembele. Definitely going to do the job still with a 5-star weak foot. I definitely still like it. Now, I'm not going to get to mention every single French player that I want to in this video, or else we're going to be over 40 minutes today, and I really don't want to go over 20 minutes on this video, so I'm going to try my best. But Kondogbia is another player, in my opinion, that is just so damn overpowered that it's not even like if you don't want to play him in your team, you just need to pick him up because he's going to rise, right? This guy is playing in the La Liga. He's an 82 rated center mid with these statistics, right? And not to mention, he is 6'2" with 4-star skill moves, okay? This card is ridiculous. Now, he doesn't have the most amazing work rates. He also doesn't have the most amazing weak foot. However, that's usually the trade-off with a lot of these starter cards. There's going to be something not amazing with it. But if you get enough really good statistics, then it's going to actually outweigh or trump that bad thing that's kind of limiting him. So I feel like Kondogbia, for me, guys, is definitely a card that you need to look at in terms of at least picking up, if not putting into your teams. I mean, it is crazy how good this card is. And I really feel like you guys have to pick this card up. Every single year for me, like, Ben Yedder is a player that I always recommend, not only as an investment, but more to the low budget people. Ben Yedder always fluctuates between like being from 1.5 or 2K, and he rises up to 4. He's got a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, and he's a cheeky little cam, right? 85 pace. He's got really good statistics, man. In terms of the dribbling, he's got 91 agility combined with 87 balance. His finishing is 83 and his composure is 84. Ben Yedder is the definition of a cheap beast. Because he has 69 long shots and 70 penalties, it makes his shooting look worse. However, he's got 83 finishing with 87 positioning, and those are really important stats for a cam. So I feel like you don't play this guy as a hold-up striker. He's got 80 curve to figure into the mix with all of that. This dude, Ben Yedder, is really meta and OP, and he is going to be very good for the dudes that are trying to grind out rivals this year. I really feel like Ben Yedder is going to be really good for your teams and an investment. Benjamin Mendy, it was actually confirmed that he is going to be a rare in this year's FIFA. Now, I think Mendy's definitely a guy that you need to look at. Mendy offers a lot that I like. And the thing is that left backs in the Premier League are a rarity. And Benjamin Mendy got better this year in terms of a FIFA card. 80 stamina. He's like 6'1", I believe. He is 6'1", 85 sprint speed. The dude can defend as well. I think this is going to be a very good card. Not only for the idea that it's French and it's a left back in a lacking position. The Premier League left back is so important. Like, there's so many Premier League right backs, and that importance and stress on the fact that there's a lack of left backs that are good is going to actually make him, in my opinion, rise a lot more than a lot of people expect him to. I just skipped over Bakayoko and Doucouré. I don't really love either of them. They're going to be decent for squads, but I don't want to invest. This dude, look, I think this guy's not going to be more than like 1,000 coins, and I think he's one of those guys that could go from 1 to 2K. This dude is in the Bundesliga, and I'm looking at striker options, and he's the third option for me. It goes Lewandowski, Timo, and then this dude, right? And this guy has pretty solid statistics. He's got 81 finishing, 84 sprint speed. The composure is all right. He's got 4-star skill moves. So I like this. He's playing in a top 5 league. He's French. I think this is another one of these guys that, for me, is kind of one of those like hidden gems. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays, but definitely looks like a very good investment heading into FIFA 19. Now, at first, I didn't love this card, but then I thought about it, and I said, wow, okay, he was on that World Cup team, and I think he's going to get hype. I think people are going to buy into him early on because he looks very usable. He's a center back in the Bundesliga, and normally I would say he's going to be discarded. This year, he won't be. First weekend league, he's not going to be discarded. 71 pace with 81 defending and 75 physical. This dude looks like he's got it all. I mean, he's got medium work rates, which is not amazing, but it's a decent card, and I think Pavard just had a fantastic World Cup, so I think you need to factor that into the mix, that could be something that is going for him in terms of an investment, that he played so well at the World Cup. I wanted to mention, so we have Toussaint right here, medium-high work rates. This dude looks like an absolute tank. He looks very good as a holding midfielder, and then I also wanted to point out Sanson for you guys. These two dudes are both, I believe they're both in the Liga. I'm not sure about the first one. I think he is. He plays for Lyon. So both these guys look like very solid. You're going to get a strong link between the two, and they both have outstanding statistics, right? You're talking about budget, overpowered French players early on. Some of these are going to be investments. Some of these are going to be starter team players. Both of these players look very, very usable, and I always love to see a card that's so well-rounded like this early on in FIFA with all these mid-70s statistics. It always does so well gameplay-wise early on in FIFA. That card can do so much for you. When you're talking early on FIFA, a card like that can just do absolute wonders for you. And we move down the list. This guy, man, Diallo looks insane. He should be getting a Team of the League 1 as well. So he'll be out of pack, so I don't know how good of an investment he'll be. But he's got a very nice-looking card, right? And you're talking he plays for Dortmund. I like the idea of Diallo. We're scrolling down a few cheap beasts right now, and Kurzawa looks pretty good to me. There's a few of them, man. This dude looks pretty good. I know people have been talking about this guy. Now, this guy looks ridiculous. This guy, a lot of people have been talking about, right? 80 pace on a central midfielder, 83 dribbling, 70 defending, 77 physical. Look at the dribbling statistics. 4-star skill moves with high work rates, which for a center mid is very good. This guy interests me. Now, his supply is going to be pretty high because he is a 78 rated, but he interests me nonetheless, and I think that he is actually going to be a pretty standard and decent investment. I think we got to look at Dembele. He looks phenomenal, and I was looking through the list of French players. There's not many left, but he is definitely one of them. Roussillon, I think, has a chance of getting ones to watch. I'm not sure he's getting ones to watch, but if you throw like an anchor on this dude, he is absolutely ridiculous. He becomes an 82 rated left back, 92 sprint speed, 92 acceleration. Look at the defending statistics. I mean, this guy is a monster. I use Roussillon in FIFA in general, and Roussillon in general is just crazy in FIFA. Like, every time I use Roussillon in general, he's always so good. So I wanted to tell you guys that I really feel like Roussillon this year is definitely going to be a decent investment for you dudes. I think especially if he hits that OTW, if he ends up getting the ones to watch, it's over, man. You guys could expect that card is going to fly. As much as I don't want to admit it, there's probably a few other French players that I'm going to miss out on this video. I didn't want to mention Umtiti or Varane. I wanted to talk to you guys about kind of more cheaper or players that I thought had money in them to grow or weren't going to be really expensive early on or were going to be good for your guys' teams. As much as I don't want to talk about this guy, he's going to be very cheap. Alessandrini will be really cheap this year. He's playing in the MLS, so not many people are rocking MLS teams. And he's got a very overpowered card. And what I will tell you guys, as sad as it is, I don't like Alessandrini. He killed me in Foot Champs all last year. He only needs like one inform. You talk about 89 pace with 77 shooting, 81 dribbling, and 74 passing. He's literally one inform away from being another meta inform again, right? If you threw on, like, I guess, a Hawk or something, right? Like, you could start to get a little bit of a taste of what he would be similar to in terms of an upgrade, right? So it's scary because Alessandrini's base card this year as a 78 rated is deadly. That's a deadly 78 rated card, right? Because those cards get boosted up to 81 or 82 rated informs, and when that does happen, he's going to have a fantastic card. So, guys, I just wanted to talk with you guys today before we get onto the console, before we get going and everything. I wanted to show you guys some overpowered players. We've got this Mendy guy who looks phenomenal, another left back, 4-star. This dude looks crazy. A lot of these guys, when you get down here, because they're 77 rated, they're very good. Mukalele is going to be in my starter team. He looks so sick. This guy looks ridiculous. He's got high work rates, 82 sprint speed, good tackling, right? So like a lot of these players are going to be more discard or if not 1 or 2K. But not only did I want to help you guys out with some knowledge heading into the web app and heading into console about some players and the idea of French players being worth more, I also wanted to give you guys some more powered players that if you wanted to use them for your starter teams, a lot of these guys in this video are meta. The guys that I'm talking about in this video, they're meta, right? You're not going to talk about a player that's not meta as an investment. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, drop a thumbs up. Who's excited for FIFA 19, man? We're so close. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the uploads. A lot of content on the channel if you haven't caught up with it already. Thanks to everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. Peace out.